Hello, Fats. It is freaking cold, and I brought my muff. And I was listening to Is She Really Going Out With Him? And actually I was listening to Fight the Power. But then it went to Is She Really Going Out With Him? Hello, Papa Cat. Hello, Lupita. And then I drove up. And then there were a bunch of people out here. And then they were not amused because they know I'm here. And they couldn't come out. Isn't that cool? Ooh, they made it really cold, and I'm glad I've got the wool fingerless gloves and the muff, and I'm standing here. Someone knows though, because somebody would have came out and just, there were like 10 people out here in the front just looking. Hi, Cricket. Nobody knows how to drive still. So, but nobody came out. Both the doors were open when I drove up, and now only one is open. So they were definitely having like an argument with themselves. And I don't have my mic on. Oh well. And I'm going in. Hi, Sean. So, yeah, someone is not amused right now because they couldn't do anything. But I don't know what they're thinking of. Nobody's coming to close the door. And nobody's coming to close the window. Wow. Okay, I'm distracted for a second. Look, they're getting ready at the speakeasy for tomorrow night. I am what waits at the end of all ambition. I am the shadow of every tyrant's veil. I am the reckoning no fortress can withstand. Ooh, hello. So, yeah, they're getting ready for tomorrow. They're... Oh, and when I wasn't looking. Hi. Oh. At least the person's tall. Hi. I'm just waving. Like, hi. Have a nice day. Of course, I'm watching the balloons across the street while they're putting this up. But I know you guys can hear me, which is cool. I'll just keep my voice up today since I didn't put the mic on because I got too, like, excited that there were, like 10 people here and nobody had come out yet. So, this person's tall enough to put the shares up though, so that's good. I just like the thingy. I hope you're not waiting for anybody to come out. Are you? Are you waiting for an Uber or something?
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to say, you're not going in. Oh, yeah, no, cooties. Have a good one. There were 3 people standing behind me. There was a kid involved, so I didn't want to, like, bug them. But they were, like, looking at their phone, and I'm like, you're not waiting to go in. Yeah, Xenu bless, Xenu bless. Oh, so we have them both up. Have a nice day. And now they're going away. Ooh, nice Uber. Nice Uber. If I got Ubers like this, I'd take Uber. Just want to show them when they leave. What is that? Oh, that is a Genesis. I was thinking it was. Okay, let's go back to here then. I was thinking, did that champagne bottle twirl like that? No, it's just probably, there's no wind today, so it's really cool. And it's not a yellow zone, it's a white zone. That's why the monster is there. And they don't start, that passenger zone doesn't start until 6. There was somebody behind me. She got out to go to Nico, and I guess her partner didn't realize that he could park there because there's a spot empty. And she's like, no! Go, they don't know that. You might be kind of bad for a business planning person. You think? And today I have like my lace-up boots I didn't know I had. Do they do a big parade for New Year's there? No. Wow. No, we're not really known as a party, but we used to. North Beach, literally up the block from here. Let me see if I can fix this. Woof, that was a lot of pot. We used to be a hangout place. North Beach up the block. I'm trying to think where else. Soma, South of Market, when there were a lot of One Market, which is the clock. Imperial 39. Yeah, this was all, and then COVID hit. This is before COVID, though. Hi, Big Giant Head. Party Poopers Inc. I'll take some Soma. Yeah, I know. Well, they, was it, New York hated that we stole that. Let me see, I'm going back. So chill out. Event for business. I read a newsletter for German Uber users called Uber Mention. Say what back? Wasn't North Beach part of Kessie territory? Kessie? You mean like back in the day? In the 60s, 50 years ago? Think about that one, old farts. Yeah, it was Kessie. Ken Kesey. I have to say his whole name. Territory. We're shortening my mouth right now because it's too long. For some reason I thought I was going to crossbody it. Because the tips of my fingers are getting freaking cold. It is cold here. Yes, Ken Kesey. 60 years ago. So I was born in 67, so I'll be 59 this year in 2 days. That year. Which, if I do what I normally do, I'll keep telling everybody I'm 60. I don't acknowledge the 9 numbers. I was 30 for 2 years. I was 20 for 2 years. I'll be 60 for 2 years. I can get that. Fuck it. Whoops. Okay, it was over 5 minutes. One flew over the roof. Aren't you supposed to be working, Papa Cat? That's why you're not with me? Hi, Kay. Wait, I'm loosening it. No, I'm not. Okay. My muff is too low. And I don't know what the hell is playing behind me. Hopefully you guys can't hear that, because I don't have a mic on. I was just way too excited when I drove up and saw 10 people in the front and I had a parking space. And I got out and got my muff because I knew it was going to be cold. I'm all distracted because I gained an inch on my waist and I'm not amused. But my Wegovy finally kicked in. Language, my I'm dusty. Okay, Cricket. You know I lived it here. As a kid. I got to see all that crap happening. Because the bio dad was a hippie. Which was hilarious because the bio dad was a hippie and my real dad, or my dad was in the military. So it was interesting when the bio dad would come and pick me up. And my dad would not talk shit about my bio dad. Said it wasn't polite. So he trashed my mom up too. This is so not doing what I want it to do. Yeah, Dusty, why aren't you streaming? Go stream. Stop being a brat and go stream. Dusty's mad because he's not hanging out with the cool kids right now, and he needs to get over that. Yeah, out of your butt. Get over it. Okay, let's go for a walk. Let's see. I have to back up again. Okay, I'm at Bufu's Nest. Language, my ear's sensitive. As a teenager, I was obsessed with Kool-Aid acid test. Yep. Miss the outhouse with that joke. Hey there, Dusty. Miss your streams. It's a favorite song, Slow Vibe by Little Blotty. Oh, you could hear it? Wow. Hey, there's KA. Let's see. Received. Oh, who gave him membership? Oh, thank you, Nebulous. And Dusty got it. Ha ha. Yay. Dad knew Kim from No One Admits to Being a Yippie. Oh yeah, tell me about it. Thank you so much. Dusty stream dried up. It's just a dusty road. I'm working the holidays. Have one of the hardest 25 years. Oh, okay, cool. Then you're gonna come back. I'm confused. I thought Dusty was the cool kid. He is the cool kid. He's overworked, so he was being bratty. That's the easiest way to put it. So, because he was tired, his brain hurt. So he'll be back now that after 2 days from now, it'll be quiet again. Maybe, not maybe. Not a real song, totally made up. Oh God, okay. Dusty, you better be back. That's all I have to say, is you better be back and stop being a brat. Get over yourself. Kim worked for VA hospital in Palo Alto. My father worked at Agnes in San Jose around the same time. Wow. Cool, Clark. Yeah, we knew Agnes down here. Dusty, a kid, VA hospital. Yeah, but Agnes was state. Oh, look, they put these up too. It's amazing to find out how important I am sometimes. But yeah, no, Agnew's being closed. Sorry guys, I'm trying to do it again. Was really something I did not like Reagan for. Now I'm hitting my ear. Okay, now it should be high. Okay, see, I pulled it all the way out because I thought I was doing it crossbody for some reason. So, let's see. How can I get this manipulated? Whoops. How did I do that? What did I do? Whoa, I did something. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Top downs, go to all messages. See, this is why Papa Cat needs to be here. Spirit Agnews Hospital matters. No bobs of insanity. Nattering, no bobs of insanity. Okay, I don't know enough about Spirit Agnew to know what that means. Remember, Nixon was just before my time. So, I don't remember him leaving. But the brother adored Nixon. So, that's what turned him into not a Republican. Was Watergate. So, because Nixon was smart. They once had a Greyhound bus driver who drove his vehicle to Agnes because he was hearing voices. Wow, cool. And CBS, have you seen me yet? Did I just miss you seeing me walk in? Checked himself in. That's interesting. History proves that the majority of the population has voted for dead presidents. Facts don't lie. Yeah. Now, if we could just get the president now out of Presidentville. Because I thought the 150 texts, or the 150 whatever he did on Christmas was a joke. I didn't know that was real. I found out it was real this morning, watching Keith Edwards like I always do. Wow, that's incredible. He really did that. That should have gotten him out as it was. So, the two things we need to get rid of, Elvis and the orange balloon. Or Imelda tea. See, I told you the brain fog was getting better. I just remembered I said that. Hi, Professor. I don't remember Nixon leaving either. I was born under Ford. No, I was born during Nixon. No, I was born during Johnson. Everybody's saying hi to Professor. My place. Nope. Gained an inch on my waist. My clothes should fit again. Or my coats should fit better again for at least a month or two. So don't need to go in here. And then next year I promised no goofy buying unless I absolutely need it. I should have enough clothes for next year. I definitely will have enough beauty products for next year. Let's see. The only thing I want to get before the end of this year is supposedly a concealer balm that works good on age. I'm going to go to Sephora and find out. But that's it. As a foundation, because I have been using a powder foundation and it's really settling into the wrinkles. So, since I really have them now. I know, fuzz. Ooh, makeup. What? Keith Edwards sang lead on Happy with the Rolling Stones. That's funny. Adam, dodge before stuff hits you. Adam, that was a car. You were born in an oil pan. As responding to internal stimuli goes, drive to Agnes' house is quite original. Rolling Stones had a Mary Clayton. Oh my God, you guys are all on the roll today, aren't you? So yeah, since I'm just getting my steps in because I need to. I did crunches. Oh my God. I did crunches day before yesterday when I was feeding Abby because she's been having issues with the boys because Kato refuses to leave her alone. So, but she's not like screaming, that one scream, oh God, she just growls at them. And so that means that she's getting better with them. Decatting laundry last night, my back hurt. And I'm like, oh, it was the crunches that pulled on my back because the last time I did that, my back hurt. I woke up the next day with my sciatica. So I actually did 50 setups yesterday at nighttime, real setups, because I didn't want to wake up and not be able to walk. So be careful with crunches, people, because I did all three zones. I did top zone, middle zone, bottom zone, and oh, I almost screwed up my back with it. So not good. You heard of the Asimov-inspired makeup second foundation? I was born in a crossfire hurricane. Oh my God. Vic, speak English. Remember, his accent is affectated. It's an affect. He's not really Cockney. I'm doing a documentary on the group The Zombies, tentatively titled 100 weeks. Say it again. Mick Jagger is so pretty. Yeah, he was. Oh God, I got totally distracted. Today driving in, I usually have to make a turn to go into the tube, and I got distracted by some guy who looked like Lenny Kravitz 10 years ago walking a Siberian, the all-white husky and an Australian cattle dog, and he straight up looked like, even dressed like him. He knew what he was doing, and I totally went straight. Oh, I have never been I haven't been distracted by a guy in like 20 years. And he knew it too. He knew he was distracting traffic. It was hilarious. I had to make a U-turn to turn around. Oh my God. Adam, were you the zipper? You just made me drool, Sean. Adam, were you the zipper model for the Sticky Fingers album? Oh my God. No face. I'm the Eric Von Zipper model. Oh my God. Penguin head soup. What? Oh, please don't get crotchety in the chat. Oh God, you guys are all. Okay, we're going this way now. Wait a minute. Yeah, we're going this way. See, nobody is here. That's why I'm like walking and getting my steps in, because there isn't anything to report that's interesting. And considering nobody came out when there were 10 people out here, they are that afraid of me. So, but yeah, I hope those are his real dogs and he's not just a dog walker coming, he probably was covering for somebody, but it was hilarious. I mean, even in this weather, it's even cold in Alameda. He had like the Lenny Kravitz vest on and the whole idea, and the big, in the semi-fluffy half afro. I was like, dude! And probably doesn't bat for my team, so. Usually when somebody is that pretty in the Bay Area, they're gay. Straight men aren't that pretty. Because yeah, he was rocking the fashion. So it's like you always just go, oh, and then you're always like, ugh. They're very understaffed across the board. Ooh, dog walkers are gay men. Cricks, I get my opinions in my pocket. You guys need to stop. Oh wait, while we're here, we should go across the street and see if they have my Amon, which is basically a glorified popover. It's telling that truck to keep going. What the hell is that truck doing in San Francisco that isn't a construction truck? Ugh, they never learn. Go down Lombard, I dare you. Let's see. Woo-hoo-hoo, walking a postscript. Gotta support the locals. See, I look in the easy way. Do-do-do, do-do-do. La-la-la, do-do-do. Oh God, they do! The King of All. I wonder if I could get someone through here. Yes, I'll be back in an hour. Thank you! They're saving it for me. Because they know I'm streaming. Yay! No face, it's not your opinions I'm concerned about. Keep it in your pants. Scientology is understaffed. Yes, ain't that the truth? Knitting, lurking, probably to say hi antics. Oh yeah, I was going to tell Becky this morning on MLH, but I didn't want to say it like on his stream. But if anybody can get the information to Becky, I have another Prada to give her. I have one of those little like hanging bags, the flat ones. She'd love that one because she could turn around and walk with it. So I'm going to bring it to her when I come next month. It seems that Elvis is having a hearing next month. There was the 1/7 hearing tomorrow that he's doing, but I can't get over there that fast. So, and I told the sis I'd be there in February because she'll be feeling better and we can go like do things. So the one, it's February 26th. I think it's a misdemeanor pre-trial hearing. So I'm going to show up for that one because we're all thinking about a way to like make Elvis lose his mind as if we all showed up with Becky. Wouldn't that be cool? Kitty, MLH, me, probably when court really starts and not just a hearing, all showing up with Becky. That would blow his mind. Mr. Meaner, yeah. It's a Mr. Microphone. Glad to, yeah, she has one more chemo after this. We're supposed to like talk on the phone, but either one of us has been getting like not feeling well. So I was like, hell, at least we're texting every day to each other. I had a migraine Sunday. Yeah, that's because we were here, but I got a migraine. I got one of those fuzzy-eyed migraines, which I haven't had in years. And I still feel the after effects of it. Look at your cutie boy. Look at your cutie boy. Jahuahuo just walked by. And it settled in my left eye. I actually kept my eyes closed all the way home on Sunday. But felt the effects of it on Monday. Or was it Monday we did all that? No. See? I still feel it today. That's the thing. Yeah, Monday. Today's Tuesday, right? No, what's today? Yeah, today's Tuesday. I don't know. It's the migraine. Yeah, today's Tuesday. But I still feel it a little bit behind my left eye. And I haven't had one of those in ages. I've had little bitty nasty headaches and trying to see if I can see anything. And the little spot ones where you get the spots. But I haven't had a wiggle migraine in, God, years. And like I said, I could still sort of feel it today. I took a Tylenol last night. Not to get try with my eyes closed. Oh my God. Misdemeanor. Okay, what about misdemeanor? That sounds like a bad movie. Squeeze my hands till the juice runs out my spine. I wonder how many of you cognate what I just said here. Traveling Clearwater Blues. Oh my God. Not to God. Yeah, I know. I will answer to Mr. Meanie, Miss Jackson if I'm nasty. I can vouch for that. Nerd Tech? There are a lot of people here today. I think people have come for New Year's. So you never know. Have a nice day. So yeah, there are a lot of people here today. So weird. It was dead on Sunday. It was like creepy dead on Sunday. There are people walking. That's why I'm pointing towards the cars. But today it's rather busy today. So I don't know. There are a lot of people around. Maybe I'll grab Papa Cat later and make him go to Sephora on 4th with me in Berkeley so I can check out that concealer foundation thing. There were a few older women using it, and I'm like, holy crap, and it did really look good. So I would like to start using a foundation maybe because I am so freaking white that I scare myself. And I mean pale. I'm more pale than my brother, and we used to always make fun of him being the paper white guy, and I am actually more pale than him now. So I would like to not look like the crypt keeper. That's what I feel like I look like right now. So I'm so pale and don't have makeup on except for lipstick. That's funny right there. What is everybody just going, did she just say she looked like the crypt keeper? Yes, I did. You don't want to go in there. Huh? You'll get cooties. Huh? Don't want to go in there. You'll get cooties. It's bad in there. Ugh. I don't know. He just walked right in. Dude. What is he doing? Let's see. The ghosts. Oh, he's walking straight back. He works here. Ooh, look at that leopard. I want a leopard coat. I have a leopard coat. I should wear the leopard coat tomorrow. I have a really cool leopard coat that swings, and it fit me now. Lenny Riefenstahl loved concealer. I bet she did. Oh, look, rabbits. God, a lot of rabbits. They're probably wondering why we're so cold here. You know, because usually you can tell a rabbit because they wear shorts. So, but these guys are like, what the hell? Why is it cold? Hello, rabbits. Whoops. Okay. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Angle up. My Spidey camera work is off today. Oh, look, the big I wonder. Oh, I missed I missed a little one. Oh my God, look how little he is. He is so cute. He is tiny. I don't know what the heck he is. Maybe got any ideas? I lost him. Okay. Time to walk up the street. Maureen. Let's see. My niece is big on roasting in those tanning booths. I'm guessing it's not healthy. Nope, it isn't. Really not healthy. Because those are all just UV lights. That's not good for you. Dr. Mabuse knew the importance of moisturizing between undercover operations. Maltese maybe. Mini Maltese? I mean, he was small. It's a Toto dog like Wizard of Oz. No, it was not a terrier. It could have been a Terrier Maltese mini. I mean, he was maybe 5 pounds. He belonged in a purse. That's how tiny he was. He was already across the street when I zoomed in on him. So I've never seen like a Maltese Bichon, maybe? Yeah, some kind of designer dog, definitely, for sure. So, but she didn't look like a designer dog kind of person, so maybe she got him at a shelter or he was a reject, because he was definitely teacup size. And people who know dogs know what I'm talking about. Nope, not a Lhasa. So, and it's Aspo, not Aspa. What are you Bichon about? Oh my God, today it's going to be that day, isn't it? Let's just put it this way. I'm having to change hands not because one's tired. I'm having to change hands because my fingers are freezing on one hand. So I had to change hands, and that hand is now in my muff. This muff, you freaky people. This muff's cool. It's got like a pocket for stuff. So, because I know you guys. It's like, today, I know better. My hand warmer. That dog is a Guatemalan beast. What? Hi, Anna from Canada. How are you? Nice to see you again. Portuguese water moccasin dog? TMI. Yep, this is the day we're having here today. Everybody's participating, but oh my God, the participation. You know, that's weird, is that there's a big old advertisement on that storage thing. That's just strange. So, Oop, there's a liquor license across the street for that one place that used to be like an Irish pubby sort of place. It packed up in one night. It was literally gone in one night. And now it's got a liquor license. So, they're building something there to replace the Irish pubby place. You know how hard it is to like go broke with an Irish pub place here? I don't even want to know what they were up to back. They probably got busted for something. So, whoops. Oh, see, it does have something to do with warmth. I had just put this hand in my handle warmer, and it worked perfectly, because with the fingers I have, the close-up doesn't work very well right now. Latvian stout paw? What? You guys are losing your minds, you know that. Just remind me that I need to get my my King Amon, that's what it's called, after I'm done here. So, oh, and also, mods, please start reminding me that I need to pack stuff up. I've got a box that needs to go to Cricket. I have a box that needs to go to KA. Cricket needs, and I need to get one of Fuzz of the Xenu. I've got all these Xenus that need to be like sent out. Remember, I have Xenus. Papa Cat said something about the house being covered in Xenus. We call hand warmers muff in New England. Yeah, I know. We're designing dogs here. It's better than purses. Hi, Lord Poppy. But as if we had minds to begin with. So yeah, the brain fog isn't perfect right now, and I keep forgetting to send out the Xenus because they're in the office, and I haven't been going in the office because I'm not like streaming from there, because I hate to show my face, and that's why I want to wear makeup, because if I have makeup on, I have no excuse not to like do a Monday at home. And I'm also thinking about posting on planning for retirement, because I was watching somebody today who was talking about their favorite designer bags, and she was saying the ones she's had the longest are 6 years. You know what? You know how old my first Louis is? My first Louis is 20 years old, I think, because that was the Murakami Louis. So someone talking about 6 years in designer bags, it's like, oh my God. So it's like, I want to talk about getting rid of my purse collection and other stuff for people my age, which is 60, because we're really looking at retirement for real. So like, I want to talk about the bougie retirement. What comes into reality now, instead of going, oh, let's stay at someplace on Santana Row for a day. You know what I mean? Princess has her priorities now, and she wants to talk about getting ready for lack of princess stuff, because the real world is knocking. Front door, front door. How's the weather? It's freaking cold here for some reason. Yeah, current temperature 51, wind chill probably 48. To get a lot of snow there, CBF is similar to Vancouver. Typically only get a few days of snow. We never get snow here in the city. San Francisco doesn't get snow. The last time East Bay got snow on the ground was probably when I was in 4th grade. So that would be 1976. And we got it long enough to make snowballs and for me to get trouble feeding my dog snowballs, and that's it. So I think it was last time we had snow on the ground. The foothills, God, I haven't paid attention. And Mount Hamilton, I think, is getting snow this year. Might get snow. Mount Tam, I think it snowed, which is in Marin. The only muff I know graduated Bryn Mawr on 859. It's so rainy here, though, that it hurts when it's cold. Yeah, no, we have a Mediterranean climate here. That's the problem. And with climate change, we've been getting more and more Mediterranean. I'm actually surprised that it's this cold this year. I don't have purse. My husband is my purse. No, I got purse. Don't even make me start. Fuzz will get mad. Sometimes Mount Hamilton will eat a dusting sometimes. Yeah. Dogs aren't allowed to eat snow. I guess not. I don't know. My mom caught me feeding my dog a snowball and she got mad at me. I got in trouble. He was happy. He was German Shepherd, Malamute, Husky. He was a junkyard dog. We got him literally from a junkyard puppy collection that my parents' friends had. So it was like, he is a great dog, curly tail and everything. He was my sweetheart. He was my dog. So yeah, he was eating snowballs, and my mom was not amused. I was like, "What the hell's wrong with you, woman?" I didn't know it was wrong to feed dog snowballs, and you could tell he was part husky because he was having a blast in the like 2 inches of snow on our porch, and rolling around in it like it was, you know. I think that's why she was mad more, is the fact that she had to, you know, dry him off, which she was mad about. So yes, Mount Hamilton is near San Jose. There's Mount Hamilton in San Jose, Mount Diablo in Concord, and Mount Tam in Marin. Mount Hamilton Mount Diablo is mostly known for the fact that it has a tarantula migration. There are tarantulas on Mount Diablo. It's probably why it got named Mount Diablo. And every fall they have to close the mountain for its tarantula migration, which is really cool. And sorry, Papa Cat. Papa Cat hates spiders, even though there are spiders all over the house, stuffed spiders, because I had a huge spider my mom got me when I was little. He had movable arms. He was called Harry. After my mom's tarantula, my uncle got my mom a tarantula from Yosemite in the 60s. You weren't supposed to steal her tarantulas back then, but he looked like a mink ball, my mom said. So I had this huge tarantula that could literally hug me, stuffed tarantula. So there are stuffed spiders all over the house. And Papa Cat doesn't like spiders. I think tarantulas are different than spiders, though. That's why I'm like, it doesn't count. Tarantulas are different. Was it white or yellow snow? It was white snow. We used to eat snow all the time when it was decided there was pollution. Then it was decided there was pollution in it. Yep, I understand that. Too late now, it's tasty. We used to go to, like outside of Tahoe where you could like hang out and throw snowballs at each other. We used to do that, and we did it when I was in high school. So that's really the only snow we ever get to get near. Tam's snow lasts maybe a day if it's lucky. And then all the people who don't know how to drive in the snow go up to Mount Tam and crash. We never really went to Diablo for snow. They must not get lost snow. Excuse me. I don't know why. I know why I yawned. This is a funny one. I fell asleep through the last half an hour of MLH's stream yesterday because I took a Xanax. And what I've been doing lately as I've been chewing my my Elavil. I take Elavil every other night. I take an Ambien one night and an Elavil the other night because I am a chronic insomniac ever since I was little. Except back then they called it hyperkinetic and not insomnia. So I took my Elavil whole, and of course, since it's time release and my metabolism, it doesn't time release till like in the middle of the day. So I fell asleep during MLH's stream, and then I fell asleep in the evening. What I usually do is I chew up my Elavil and take them, and then it acts like it'll put me to sleep for real just between sleeping hours. So, which is what I did yesterday, and I'm fine today. I'm just yawning. So it's the only thing that's worked, and it's the only thing that's consistently worked. I've only had to up my Elavil and my Ambien once, and I've been taking them both together now for probably about 10 years. So I've got a low threshold for drugs because I'm allergic to opiates. So that's why I have a medical alert badge on my watch. Opiates and steroids, the two things that'll keep me alive, I'm allergic to. Hello friends, hi Kobil. Greetings. Hey there. I've seen people drive in snow in Oregon amusement as its finest. Yes, my dad's from Portland. He hates Oregon during the winter because of the black ice. So last time my mom was alive, they went to Portland. He almost lost it on an overpass because he didn't see the black ice. And they were in a four-wheel vehicle, and he was like, that's the last freaking time he's going to Portland in the winter. But unfortunately, he had to go when my aunt died. So, and he managed not to kill himself or get caught in the black ice. I think he probably just didn't go outside at night. So, Bill. Howdy, Nebulous. Hey there, Nebulous. Oh, that's not my UPS guy. Lord Poppy, I grew up in Minnesota, live in Oregon now. Share your amusement. Yes. And I'm getting my end of year text, so please contribute. I got my ASPCA, I got my Berkeley Humane, I got my Alameda Food Bank, because we gave Alameda Food Bank a lot of money when the budget wasn't going through. So, because people needed food. And I lived with the budget being off, or the shutdowns from the budget, because my dad was in the military and then was in the government. So, he planned for him. We knew better. But, this time a lot of people couldn't plan because inflation's so ridiculous. So the food bank was open 7 days a week. It was usually only open for like 2 days a week. And it was open for 7 days a week. And I learned that they prefer online contributions because we contributed from the Armageddon account. So it was a little complicated, but they took it. and we have a receipt. We keep forgetting to claim charities every year, so this year I'm going to make sure that the charity receipts get posted. So Black Ice is my pen name. I grew up in PA and lived in Oregon, Texas, and New Mexico. Man, people can't do snow. Right. They can't do snow, and they never learned how to do snow, and I don't understand that. If I lived in snow, I would have the snow tires on immediately, and I would learn how to drive or stay off the road. First rain is fun in Oregon too. Yeah, well, that's why the first rain I won't drive. I won't come to Oregon because nobody knows how to drive in oil slicks because the oil pops up. So the roads are safe now because we had the first like major storm that we hadn't had in ages. So it's like I can drive in the rain now because I know how to avoid the idiots in the rain. Just say the Armageddon account. Yes. I donated to the United Church of Florida, Churches of Florida this year. Armageddon account. Yes, Professor. First, the first reign of idiot back when he was 45, I figured, because that's when they were having, runs on toilet paper and then COVID came, we were putting our club money, because we both work at clubs, he's a DJ and I work at the front door a lot, into what we called the Armageddon account. So because we figured it would be like Fight Club where all the credit agencies collapsed and we'd have to pay by cash. So we've been spending the Armageddon account this year because we figured it just ain't gonna happen. We kept it until 47. And so it wasn't that big, but it was big enough the last couple of weeks, I guess you could say. So that's what we called it, the Armageddon account, and I've got it hidden off-site somewhere. And we use the Armageddon account for like the antiques fair and the food bank and things like that. So even though I'm contemplating starting another Armageddon account, but luckily enough things are slightly changing and people like MTG are opening their mouths and talking about it since she's leaving anyway, and it sucks that she had to be basically forced out, because even if I don't agree with her, her political views, she was outing the idiot. So, which is what you used to do in the good old days. You may not agree with them, but if they were doing something good, you just sort of went with it. Yeah, she's not even a fruitcake and still has her conspiracy theory bull, but you know what? She was trying to do good and she got forced out. So, unfortunately, she realized that the MAGAs were actually serious about all that crap they were talking about women. So, and if you look at her back in the day, she was actually sort of like joining protests quietly when she wore white, when everybody in the Democrat side was wearing white. It was like, it was her way, but she got her reality check when she talked to the victims. So Armageddon account has CVF written all over it somehow. Yep. Gag and my GOG has me agog. My Armageddon account has a large bag of cannabis products. Well, and it's the thing. Podcast doesn't like the movie Fight Club, but I found the movie Fight Club very predisposed to what could happen in the real world. So, and that's probably because I grew up here where Anonymous probably originated from. So, because we all know better. That and having, 5 active military bases when the 80s were going on and everybody was worried about the Cold War, it was like we all talked about what we were going to do in the 7 minutes we had to, if nuclear war really happened, you had 7 minutes, or you had 12, I can't remember. It went down like 5, but you had just long enough. What were you going to do? My joke was I was going to get I have a bottle of champagne, which was given to me by my brother on my 21st birthday. He gave me a case of champagne, and I got like 9 bottles and then 1 Magnum, and I had like a margarita glass, and that was my joke, as I was going to go find some place that I knew would get hit and drink my champagne until I got hit, because that was the thing we didn't want to be around after, because we saw The Day After. Great movie to mess your head up back then. And didn't want to die from radiation poisoning. So most of my friends and me, and this is Rocky time, the Rocky Horror crowd, we all talked about where we were going to go to make sure that we got zapped. So because we knew we wouldn't have enough time to like get together and get zapped together. So we figured, where are we going to go to get zapped? Because we didn't want to live long enough to have flesh hanging off of our bodies. So MTG stood up to certain aspects of the elite foreign policy consensus in a brave way. Yeah, she did. That's why I said it's one of those instances. Yeah, she's nuttier than a fruitcake, but she was trying to do good on the right side, correct side of badness. I would imagine she received a lot of threats. Nobody should have to leave politics because it's not safe. Yeah, she got threats all over the place. She got threats from, gotta turn around. Crazy person. She got a lot of threats. Her children, her house, her boyfriend's house, even though he was not a year too, but yeah, she got him all over the place. She paid a heavy price to when she shouldn't have had to pay. Nope, the leopards are MTG's face. I wish her well on finding a new face. Yep. Thomas Massey is another one of the good guys on the bad side. Yeah, and unfortunately they can't control what's going on right now. And the nut jobs who are threatening her. This is where the internet is bad. The nut jobs who are threatening her probably got too many. And who knows? Maybe she'll fight the power outside of politics. Supposedly she wants to like run for governor and or president. But you know what? She ain't doing it now, so it doesn't matter. So, but hey, anything you can get at this point. And back in the day, we didn't ask how much you made, what political party you were aligned with, things like that. Becky was talking about that the other day. Yeah, it was rude to do those things. So, and even my parents, because when I became a tree-hugging liberal, they're like, it's none of your business what my political alignments are. And they were like, just because you're a tree-hugging liberal doesn't mean you have to start talking about politics. Still, we were not allowed to talk politics since Nixon because of my brother, because he was so heartbroken. So we weren't allowed to talk politics. When I became tree-hugging liberal, they were telling me, we still don't talk about politics, kids. And it's just like, but, and it's like, no buts. So, in a weird way, my tree-hugging liberal aesthetic slightly screwed up the world. My world. Sounds like unfair gaming, malarkey. What are the parrots for, baby? The one good thing about Mega being opportunistic is they will jump ship if the winds change. But the winds have changed and they're still not jumping ship. This is the problem. Because you have people like Lindsay, who was appropriate when he was one of those other freaks. I can't remember what they were. But got a weekend with Trump. Trump told him he was going to out him if he didn't conform, and he conformed, and that was the problem. Everybody took him seriously because he had the receipts, and if everybody would have said fuck your receipts, we would not be in the situation we are. But unfortunately that side was way too scared of their reality. So see, I'm not scared of my reality. There isn't anything that you guys don't know. And considering I don't get messed with, my dad has me convinced that maybe he really can control my atmosphere, and everybody else believes him too. So it's like, I am me, I don't make it any worse. There are people walking by. Have a nice day. Being in a cult, getting cooties. Just so the people walking by could hear, because that guy walked in the door. Bring back true OT George Santos. Wow, I don't get messed with either. You don't either, do you, Adam? Oh, please, no receipts, just IOUs and bankruptcies. Yeah, so Adam's with me in the same boat. Why are they afraid of you, Adam? What have you shown them? I just talk about my dad, and until recently, I thought my dad was a joke. I don't think my dad's a joke anymore. And my dad has not told me not to talk about him, which is even creepier. So my joke is that I've got my dad, the 3-letter acronym. I've got an San Francisco police officer who told me that I can go drop his name anywhere I damn well please. What was else? There was a third thing. Ooh, there are people up front, I think. Can't remember what the third thing was. But yeah, even I take it serious that my dad might have some pull, which is creepy. So they're smart. They're not messing with me. They shouldn't mess with me. Nobody should mess with me, if you ask me. If you saw me, I'm making like the face of Rah. So there's a hostel somewhere around here. That's why you see people with suitcases. Ooh, he's reading the sandwich boards. We don't want to go in there. It's cooties. I'll say it as I walk by. So you don't want to go into Scientology. They have cooties. I didn't want to film because it looked like she wasn't. What they were representing, it probably wasn't polite to film, so I wasn't. But they laughed when I said that. Carmona, if UCF gave you a receipt, have researcher Bill track the IRS charity IDs. You know, UCF was another fraud, exists in name only. Ah, okay. Oh, the other Adam is here. Hello, other Adam. I know, I was just being silly. Okay, my father worked in nuclear power plants, so our family has always been radioactive. Oh. No, I have a chip. I make the joke, my dad smirks, that me and Papa Cat have been chipped because of my dad. And like I said, I really did take it seriously until last time I saw him for lunch. Now I'm just like, holy crap, I'm really chipped. Oh well. There isn't nothing the government doesn't know about me either, considering both my parents had super high security clearances, because my mom was a bookbinder for the FBI and my dad was a 3-letter acronym. And there's always the favorite story that I used to tell that even my parents loved was me closing the door on the FBI when I was 13 because they wanted to come in, and I said no because they were doing their bi-yearly whatever interview, because both my parents had high security clearances. They came when my parents weren't home. The total looked like what's the movie? People, I forget. What's the movie? The Universe. Come on. They totally looked like the movie. With the sunglasses and everything, and the sun was going down. And they said, well, can we come in and wait for them? And I said no and close the door. So my parents came home because they parked in the driveway, and I said, there's the FBI outside waiting for you. My parents laughed their butts off. They loved it. They told everybody the story when they weren't security clearanced anymore. You have a chip in your shoulder. Men in Black, thank you. They told me like Men in Black. I couldn't get a security clearance. Really? I could probably get a security clearance. Hell, I probably have a security clearance I don't know about. So at least Scientology is smart enough not to mess with me. So, yeah, one time my dad asked for Elvis's name, and I said, no, you don't get his name. I was joking at the time. Now I definitely wouldn't give him his name. So don't make me mad, Chumley and all his friends, because you don't want your names out there. I got close a couple of days ago with MLH's email. I almost forwarded it to my dad.
I like your pencils in your hair.
Thank you. Have a good day, you too. I love your hair too. It was a chick with very long red braids. What is the thing with the red braid, the long hair? It's like, I'm used to the braids, because hell, even my friends were getting them for a while, but the endings now being curled and stuff, that's sort of cool. Extensions. You got yours in 3 days. I wouldn't be surprised. Over, Roger, over. Thank you. I even finished before I read Papa Cat. Adam Weishaupt, what kind of church did you have pretend it was? Did they get specific? Ooh. Roger Over. Oh my God. You need to watch that movie. I need my fill of Johnny. I love Johnny. I'm so unhappy that Johnny passed away from AIDS. So, because he was so cool. I loved his character. That's also what pissed me off about AIDS. Taking all the nice people, sons of bitches. And I'm actually, and the band played on. I'm actually reading the book again. It's one of the few books that I will read over and over again. And if you want to know, it's Randy Schultz wrote a book called And the Band Played On, and it was about the AIDS crisis at the beginning. Johnny? Yeah, he was an airplane. He was the character of Airplane, where, you know, unplugged the cord when I'm only joking and came back in. Hat, brooch, pterodactyl, and Leon is larger. That was improvised. Just because my parents had 2 secret planets, so I was already looked into. Yeah, well, that's what I mean. I could probably get one in 3 days, too. Andy Schultz is great. Yes, and he passed away from the disease, too. Ugh. And I lived at Ground Zero here in New York. So, yes, I lost friends to it. The first love of my life, I lost to it. And so, since I lost him, he obviously gave me a second. So, I've actually had 2 loves of my life, and Papa Cat's the other one. So, and I blame the first one. Oh, such a good movie. So many quotable lines. Yes, I know. That movie, one of the stories, that movie, my brother came and got me because he used to come and get me when my father wouldn't, the bio dad wouldn't, and he goes, you got to see this movie. They actually throw shit at a fan. Oh my God, we finally saw a movie where they threw shit at the fan, and he took me to it, and that was it. You hear the whole like theater just clap its butt off when that happened. And if you're wondering, the brothers are 7 and 9 years older than me. I was the last hot night my parents had. So I've always been, that's why I consider myself pretty much an only child, because my brothers weren't living with us when my dad came into the world. So, and that's why my brother said that I could have the house, because technically my mom's name was on it, but he said it wasn't his house and he didn't grow up in it. It was my house. So that's why I got the house when my dad gave it to me, or when my mom passed away, because one brother belonged to the state, the other brother said, I don't want it, so it was mine. A coalition of multiple religions to do good for society, if asked specifically you were, say, the religion of your ancestors. Ooh, that's interesting, Adam. You need to, like, send me stuff about that. Telling people I'm a beloved interviewer is my Donna Shore story. Hell, telling people that OTO wanted to make me a deity should be my Dinah Shore story. That's why I left. They wanted to, like, make me a deity, and I was like, oh, hell no, that's just a little too weird for me. So, yeah, Professor, in case you were wondering, OTO, because you wanted stories. They wanted to make me a deity. That's why I left. If you're still listening. That's the truth. Because it was just too weird to become a deity. I didn't want people worshiping my butt, thank you very much. And then they tried to marry me off to the guy. And I wouldn't do it because I had Papa Cat. So Papa Cat saved me from the OTO. Oh my God, that's so funny. Telling people I am in the army now is my Polly Shore story. God, are you kidding? Having a Melda T like YMCA as like the ultimate song is so bizarre, because that is a gay anthem. It's about the YMCA in San Francisco, which was pretty much a big, like, Amistad mopping story. So, and I even knew that when I was a teenager. That's the creepy part. You could show it. Religion of your ancestors is so typically Hubbard in its clunkiness. Yeah, it is. Yes, well, yeah, we worship your butt. No! No, being a deity is not cool. You want to talk about being a mean girl? That would just have been so freaking weird. Have a nice day! Somebody went inside. They're all hiding with a bunch of people, because the other guy who went inside walked up with the whole crowd too. So they're blending in. What? What did Bill say? Oh. But I said I like that one, Bill. So yes, being a cool kid is not fun. Sometimes it's weird. So, okay. Have a nice day, all of you. Ooh, look. The ghosts have pulled something back from me. Can I see in there? Let's see. We're getting closer and closer. I can see the stairs to downstairs, which creeps the hell out of me because I didn't even know they had a basement. Which they could because they're on bedrock. Ooh, let's see. Oh, I can see somebody at... Barely. Oh, it cuts off right there. I can see somebody sitting at the back desk. And that's it. Okay. Thank you, ghosts. I always say the ghosts, like, pull back the curtains for me. Because Lord knows how many people had, you know, done something or passed away because it was the first Transamerica building and they were a financial institution, which back then was before a bank. Greenwich Mean. Oops. Greenwich Mean Girls know what time it is. Bye. Bye, antics. Oh, you're right. I gotta go. Okay, now I can go get my own mall. Live streaming in 20, but there is no sun to set, so I probably skip it. Aw, no, go for it. Just babble like I do. I'll reach out to Janice and see what she remembers of the short story. She was raised in Scientology in 1976. There was only a handful of Clearwater without background. Ooh, totally. That would be cool. So, have a great rest of your day, everyone. Take care. See you soon. Sorry, is my clout chasing showing? I have no clout. I am not clout. I am avoidance. I am invisible. I am an old lady. I will be, and I'm going to lie, 60 in February. I don't do nines. So technically I'll be 59, but I'm going to say I'm 60. I shouldn't start. I should keep up the momentum. I have said that I was the zero when I was a 9 since I was 19. So I will be 60. I know. That's why I'm walking in this direction. It's like I'm going to end when I hit the corner so I can get my pastry. Thank you, Fez. I think some of the messengers are briefly enrolled in Clearwater Public Schools. Really? Anakin is turning 60. Oh my God. I can just picture you guys telling everybody all year, she's not 60. She's not 60. But I am. I will be 60 in February. Adios, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen. What is that? Wiedersehen. What movie is that? That's a movie, isn't it? That's that's the producers, isn't it? Ooh. Now I've got to see that one too. Papa Cat, we're going to watch movies tonight, not my fluff. I say that now. Okay, this is as close as I'm getting to it. Make that 40 minutes. Okay. Okay, guys. There's somewhere in there is the pyramid. So I'm going to go get my pastry and get a pastry for Papa Cat. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Actually, I'll see you with Papa Cat tomorrow, okay? So, like, sub, become a member, and have a nice day. Ciao, Bellas.